Park and Fly, a family-owned business, has been serving customers in the Seattle-Tacoma area for over 42 years. For owners Doris and James Cassan, the business and its employees are like family. Now, the city of Sea Tac wants to put this family out of business. Just like in the city of New London, Connecticut, in the now infamous Kelo versus New London case, Sea Tac plans to use the government power of eminent domain to take away this family's property.
When a municipality or a government entity condemns property, they do not pay you for your ongoing business. So you lose all your profits from your business plus your capital that you have invested in this business. They only pay for what they consider is a fair land value.
Just like in the Kelo eminent domain case, Sea Tac wants to use eminent domain to support private development. And so the Cassan family has been thrust into the center of yet another case of eminent domain abuse.
August the 24th, we had a letter from the city of Sea Tac said that they were going to have condemn our property.
Sadly, this isn't the Cassan family's first experience with eminent domain. In 2007, the city of Sea Tac took a corner of the Cassan's family's property to build a new light rail station. After that, the Cassans thought that they would protect their business by signing a contract with the city that would promise the Cassans the right to develop their property over the next 5 years. Some of the same city officials who supported the agreement with Doris and James Cassan are now set on shutting down Park and Fly and taking the whole property through eminent domain.
We moved from the corner when the Sound Transit condemned the first corner. We had signed this development agreement with the city of Sea Tac, and James had been working and having meetings once a month on what the city was doing, what kind of develop they wanted.
We worked very hard to attain a development agreement with the city of Seattle, which gives us a 6+ year agreement to develop this property.
And we had spent $130,000 plus with architects and engineers to come up with a design that the city would think was the right thing to do. So it was totally out of the clear blue.
The city claims that they need to take Park and Fly so they can transform it into a parking lot. As unjust as that may seem, public documents uncovered by the Cassan family's daughter, Tracy, turned up evidence that the city has in fact not decided what to do with the land. They are even considering giving some of the land over to a private developer.
One record is handwritten notes that we found, and it talks about the things that they would need to say so they would take the property by eminent domain. What they would need for public record, just so they would have that paper trail in order to condemn the property. When you look at these records, you see that there's been 5 or 6 different possibilities that they're thinking that they want to do with this property. And just the latest one is a parking garage. And that's because it's somewhat of a public purpose. Like they were talking about bringing a casino in here, bringing in this entertainment district where they would have restaurants and hotels.
That, of course, would be against state law, if Sea Tac admitted it. Unfortunately, if the city can get away with taking the Cassan's property, the city will be free to do almost whatever it wants with the land.
Looking at the records and what the city council and the staff, mostly staff, has been doing behind the scenes, it's unfair, it's unjust.
The Cassan family has determined not to back down and will take the fight to the city to protect their right to own land.
We think that we have the right to our property. And we also think that it is not right for the government to take property away from small businesses.
We're fighters. We're not going to turn over, you know.
Sadly, the Cassan's fight is becoming an all too common occurrence. They are not just standing up for their own family's business and property rights. They are fighting for the rights of all citizens to own and use their property.